Alright, hello there, I am Sin and welcome to the channel. So, as you can see, today we're going to be starting to play through of Final Fantasy 16. Now, not only is this going to be the first video for this game, it's actually the first video on the channel altogether. So, definitely a special day indeed. Now, just a few things to go through before we jump right in. I have played some of this game before. I've played the first couple hours, but past that, I've managed to avoid any spoilers. So, while the first part won't be a blind reaction, most of it will be, and I will let you know once we get to that point. So, let's jump straight in with new game and see how things go. Now, I'm going to be keeping it on graphics mode just because I do prefer the way it looks. Not too bad about frame rate or anything like that. So, I will be going with action focused, just because I like a bit of a challenge in the game. If it does get, too difficult and I can't actually seem to get anywhere, then I might switch it to story, but we'll be starting off on action. And that all looks good, so let's jump right in.
It was Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals, and that it was this light which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation. Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow. And thus did our journey begin.
Alright, and so here we go. Now, got to say it, while I have done this fight a couple of times now, it never gets old. I mean, it's such a spectacle and it looks fantastic. Oh, no, got hit. So, it is a little different because, in previous Final Fantasy games, you never really got to play, well, they're called icons in this, but, summons, guardian forces, called all sorts. Well, this, as far as I remember, this is the first time you really get the control of it.
It'll be light soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
No one else? Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them. Try to keep that in mind. Let's get this done. Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
I said focus, Wyvern.
Alright, so now we have control of our protagonist, called Wyvern at the moment. Now, one of the things I do want to say is, from the first couple hours I have actually played of the game, this is much more mature than previous Final Fantasies. You know, there's some swearing in it. The violence can be quite graphic, so I'll probably put some warnings for that in the description.
Don't have time for this. All
But
hell
I
is
mean,
about to break
it
loose.
looks unbelievable. Currently playing on PS5, so you know I get a very good idea of what it can actually look like, and it really is unbelievable. But let's go and follow the guy that keeps shouting at me and see what happens. So the first Final Fantasy I've actually played was 7, so I know I played some of the older ones, and after 7 I didn't actually play another one until 12 came out. Obviously after I'd played 12
Just
I'd
in time.
gone back and forth.
These Iron Blood are more beast than man.
Where this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
To the gates! Quickly! Move!
What do you mean, you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
And you have His Majesty's answer. I wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not? Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them.
Bugger their knights.
What did you say?
Should this citadel be allowed to fall, the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board. Which just leaves me.
Trupka!
The Ironblood will rue the day they set foot on Storm. This game is over.
You cock.
Benedicta.
Take care.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
I'm not afraid of a little frost, Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
The front lines are gone. This is our chance. The chaos will conceal us.
Alright, back into it. Now, I will say I am going to try and avoid talking over cutscenes as much as possible. I think trying to let people watch cutscenes uninterrupted in any game's pretty important, but in this one, such a joy to watch, to be fair. And I've been loving the design of this.
Looking deadly.
As always. Take the van.
Wait. Something's not right.
Titan. So the Dalmex finally grew tired of being slaughtered.
Look who's here to greet the bastard.
Come on.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
Well, isn't he just lovely? No, I was saying, the design in this is just something else. It's much more rough than previous Final Fantasies, I guess I would say, and honestly, I think it suits it very well. Certainly just brings an extra oomph to it, I guess. It is absolutely gorgeous game. As you can tell, lots of swear, so that'll be fun to try and get around YouTube. Do wish there was a sprint option though.
Who's gonna stand there?
Wyvern! Wyvern!
I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Do you yield? Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while sat on your arse in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
arms. It wouldn't do to disappoint the gallery.
So I will just revisit
Let's start
combat
again from
training,
the beginning. Come.
just so
Show
everybody
me
can
your
get an idea of what the combat in this game is like, because it is very different from some previous Final Fantasies. It is much more action oriented, and I was surprised that I actually enjoyed it because I didn't think I would, but so far, yeah, I've been loving it.
Again.
It's especially with the haptic feedback on the controller.
Very good.
It just gives
Such
combat an
swordsmanship
extra
will serve you
something.
well in the field. But can the same be said of your spellcraft? The flames of the Phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without. Come, Clive. Rain fire down upon me.
Yeah, right. I do enjoy the magic in this as well. Now, I think combat was actually done by a previous worker from the Devil May Cry series, so it does make sense that it reminds us of that. But it does suit the game very well.
Well done. You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should.
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't live long enough to use it. On your toes, Lord Rossfield.
Alright. Time for the evading. Now, I do know with the story mode, what it does is it gives you some items that you can equip, and one of them will actually let Clive dodge automatically. I will be avoiding them to start with, but as I said earlier, depending on, you know, how well I do, if I keep dying, then I might equip them, but for now I'll keep them off.
Nice try.
Oh, there we go.
Come on.
Those precision dodges do come in very handy, just to be able to give them a good slap back while they're slowed down.
Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest. You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power. Call upon that power now to close on me. Well, I'm waiting.
Alright, and this is something quite different from previous Final Fantasies as well. The fact that you can use some of the, well, icons abilities in this without actually summoning them or anything like that. So it does make a nice change, and it does come in very handy, as you'll see.
Good. Fly at your foe before he can raise his guard.
Comes in very handy just to avoid having to run after enemies and chase them down. Saves that nice bit of time.
Impressive. But even the most agile shield cannot hope to escape every blow. And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall. Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished. Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all.
Right, here we go. Now, the healing in this does actually remind me quite a bit of the Soul series in that you only actually have a couple of uses
That's
of them.
better. Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory. Or at the very least, to ensure that you live to fight another day. Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust. You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rosfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
As you wish, my lord.
How that, me boy? Make proof of your strength.
Alright, so time to kick his ass now. So this is always fun. Doesn't really ever get old, to be fair.
Nice try.
There we go. As I said, those precision dodges do come in handy, but I also have a habit for mixing up buttons, which isn't really helpful.
Keep going, Clive.
Oh. Tried a little too early there.
Nice try.
Oh, there we go. Come on. Oh, wrong button again. Like I said, keep doing it. And hopefully I stop doing it soon, because I think once the battle actually gets a bit harder, it's gotta be pretty much quiet. Now, I'm not going to read these out, but, you know, if you want to pause and read them, then you can go ahead. I'll leave them on for a few seconds, so whoever's watching, read them if they want. Now, one of the abilities you can get later on in the game, well, I say later, I've only played the first couple hours, but you can actually start jumping off your enemies and get quite some height, which is always fun.
Keep pressing.
Just a
Nearly
little more.
done.
We believe in you.
You're a damnably quick learner, Lord Rosfield.
There we go. Training complete.
He won! See? I told you he could do it.
Aye.
Bested at last. It's taken me long enough. That was a display worthy of your father. You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me. What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
Joshua. I was just tired. The Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
That's why. You were coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
I'll be fine. It's just a cold.
Don't push yourself.
His Grace has returned!
Father's back.
Hey.
Your Grace, please, this is no place for one such as you.
I would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy. Gentlemen, Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Thank you, Your Grace. We live to serve.
Joshua. You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you, Mother.
Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us. Lord Murdoch?
Your Grace.
What a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
We should join them.
Rise, my friends.
Welcome home, Father.
Thank you, Joshua. You are well, I trust?
Yes, Father. Much better. Today, Jill and I went to the bailey to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
Quiet, Torgal. Stop it, boy. Not now.
You'll make a fine hound one day.
Father.
Lift up your head, girl.
Thank you, Your Grace.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. We must make ready.
Is the situation truly so grave?
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father. Your Grace.
Shields dismissed.
Torgal. Where do you think you're going? Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
All right, back to it. Well, your mother might be a bit of a bint, but at least your dad seems like it, so that's something, I suppose. And quite frankly, as long as the dog survives this game, I'm going to be happy with it. So let's go. I do know there's a few items hidden around. Now, I don't think it's going to be 100% walkthrough, but I am certainly going to be, you know, having a look around, trying to find as much as I can. whether that turns into 100% walkthrough later on or not, we'll have to see then.
Those savages don't stand a chance.
Good as new.
Forgive me, Lord Marquess. Pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Stand, please.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
As do we all, my lord.
As do we all.
Come along now. Back to your duties.
Well, getting more close-ups of the dog there. Now, I don't actually have a dog at the moment, but I do love them, and if I do get one, I've decided I am naming the Toggle. Hopefully turns out like him.
It's like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone's hungry.
You know, it's funny watching these and just seeing that magic seems to be used so much more than in previous ones, or at least it's more evident. Usually it's quite hidden, now it's through machines or stuff like that. So, makes a nice change. Here we go.
Fine display, my lord. Almost felt sorry for the Lord Commander.
Again, just like items, I don't think I'll talk to everybody, but I'll be trying to talk to as many people as I can. You know, it just depends on how the video is going at the time, what we're doing.
I'm having my bearer fill the well, my lord. Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
That's lovely of them, isn't it? And into the courtyard we
Nice and
go.
quiet in here, isn't it?
Alright.
There's Joshua.
Yeah, there's my little brother. Do know there's an item around here, so I'll go get that first and then go speak to Joshua and see what he has to say. Like I said, this is, you know, a lot different to most of the Final Fantasy games out there, but it's a nice change. Certainly better than Final Fantasy 13 for sure. That was a terrible change. So this is a nice one.
Clive,
Are you worried about the war?
the soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Don't worry, Joshua. Father will guide you. And I will protect you. Always.
I know. Thank you, Clive.
clearly care about her little brother. Thankfully, that git of
That
a mother
child is
hasn't
the
turned
future
them
of
against
our
her.
nation. He must be protected. All other concerns are insignificant.
Yeah, of course they are. I'm your firstborn, but it's the youngest you care about. Lovely mother. Again, the haptic feedback on the PS5 controller does just makes all the difference. It's a tiny thing, but
Good luck.
You commanded my presence, Your Grace. How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
By the flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south, to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
yeah, so this active time law, it's something I won't go into at the minute. I'll probably wait until there's quite a few, and then later on I'll do just a separate video on them. That way, if anybody wants to skip them, then just skip that video. And if anybody actually wants to, read through them, then watch that video and they'll get it all there. Clearly, Dad seems to think as much of Mother as we do, so that's something. And now it's time to retire to our chambers. Because, live in a castle has to be called chambers, not a bedroom. And what's this guy got to say?
No messages, my lord.
Lovely.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter. We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that. I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. be bigger than before.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
It's getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Good night, Clive.
Sorry, Ambrosia. We won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
Good luck!
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us
And shield the firebird's flame forevermore!
His Grace departs! Open the gates!
Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
To the marshes, then. And may the blessing of the crystals go with us.
Alright, so this is the map menu. Definitely, as I keep saying, quite a bit different from previous Final Fantasy entries. But, you know, it's easy to get the hang of, it's quite straightforward. And I've enjoyed it so far. Obviously, as you can see in the bottom there, whenever you hover over somewhere, it gives you a little note about, you know, what it is, where it is, anything interesting, really.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. Watch your step, my lord.
And everything else.
All right. So this is just a little note about the accessories I mentioned earlier that you'd equip, that you automatically have equipped in story mode. As I said, won't be putting them on yet, but if it does get too hard, or I just can't get past a certain boss or enemy or anything like that, then I might put them on. But for now, we'll be keeping them off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end the video here. Now this first video is longer than what I'll typically be uploading. Both because it's first video of the series and first of the channel, but also just because this first part is very cutscene heavy. Going forward, not so much. But I'll see you in the next episode. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming to the channel. If you did enjoy it, hit that thumbs up, give a subscribe, and it will really help out the channel. But otherwise, thanks for coming over, and I will see you in the next one.